Hello there and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a full face of makeup, and this look you can wear to any occasion. It's going to be pretty simple, nice neutral colors, and we're going to start off by washing and prepping our face. As you saw, I put on the matte poreless face primer. That is going to help control shine and moisture throughout the day, and it's going to help your makeup to last throughout the day. And so I'm going to start with my brows, which I always typically do. I think brows frame the face, so I start there, and this is what takes me a little bit of the longest time. So I'm going to fill in my eyebrows with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel, and then I'm going to go in and make sure that everything is in shape by using the spoolie to brush the gel through and to help it stick to my eyebrow hairs. And then I'm also going to outline the top and bottom of my brow with the e.l.f. concealer. And so once you have that done, you can move on to the eyeshadow. So here I'm just going to prime my eyes with that same e.l.f. concealer, and I'm going to use my makeup brush to make sure that that is as smooth and as blended as possible. So I'm just going to do this little small patting motion to make sure that there is no harsh lines left behind on that eye primer. And once you do both sides, you just want to step back and make sure you don't see any harsh lines and just pat away. And I'm also going to add this e.l.f. translucent brow gel to my brows just to lock them into place, and I'll also brush and comb that through with the spoolie. But once you finish your eyebrows and your eye primer, you can go ahead and decide which eyeshadow colors you're going to use. So for me, I'm going to use this Revolution eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to be starting off with my transition color. And I usually like to go for this one is a little bit like pinky reddish orangey color. So I'm gonna go in with that, and I'm gonna start above my crease, and I'm just gonna be patting that in, and I'm only picking up a little bit of that powder, and then you can build up as you go. So I'm gonna continue to do that for both sides. I like to do my eyes simultaneously, that way I don't have to backtrack or anything like that. So we're just gonna match both sides as evenly as possible. Again, with this patting motion, you're just gonna pack that color on above your crease and moving into the inner corner of the eye. And so once you do that, you can move on to the next color, which I'm gonna use this dark brown color, and I'm gonna focus it on the outer corner of my eye. So I'm gonna go in to the crease, and I'm also gonna go right in above the lash line. And I'm gonna literally pack that color on because I want it to be smoked out and dark right in that corner. And if you can see what I'm doing, I'm kind of making a triangular shape on my outer corner of the eye. And if you have to think in eyeshadow as shapes, it kind of helps you like to place the shadow and the colors. So I'm just going to continue on making that shape on both eyes, and then I'm going to use a clean brush, and I'm going to do this sweeping motion. This motion will help me to blend my colors together, so it'll make it look like it's one color. You'll see all the colors, but it'll just be such a smooth transition from one color into the next. So you won't have to worry about those harsh lines and it just not looking cohesive. Like, you want your eyeshadow to be to make it look like it's just one shade of blended colors, if that makes sense. So step back, look, and if you see any harsh lines, just go over it with that sweeping motion, and we're just gonna continue that for both eyes. Okay, and so now what I'm doing, I'm going back in with that same e.l.f. concealer, and I'm going to make this little like C shape. I'm going slightly above my crease into the middle of my eyelid, and I'm going to pack that on because I want the color that I'm gonna apply on top of this to really show up and be nice and bright. And so I'm gonna do that for both eyes. And then when I'm working it into the middle of the eyelid, I'm really not so focused on blending that the middle of my lid, because you'll see what I'm gonna do when we go back to it. So just take your time. You don't want to go too high because you don't want to take out your transition color, but you just kind of want to stay just slightly above where your eye crease is. And we're just gonna bring that to the middle of the lid. That concealer is gonna go to the middle of the lid. And so we'll do that on both sides, and then we'll blend it out. And don't worry too much about the edges because it's all going to come together, but we just want to make sure that we don't have any other colors on top of this. So the concealer kind of acts as an eraser to help you have another smooth palette to work on, a smooth canvas to work on. So that's what we're doing here. We're creating another base for the next color that we're going to add on top of the concealer. Again, you want to step back and you want to check and make sure that everything is even and smooth. And we're going to go in with that. It's like a baby pink color. So I'm going to pick that up, but I'm just going to blend. You see what I'm doing? I'm blending that concealer into those two colors that I've added on top of my eye. And you see how they just all come together in a nice, smooth blend. So eyeshadow, to me, I love doing eyeshadow. It's like one of the things I look forward to when doing my makeup. It kind of takes a little minute, but once you get it down, like I typically only use 3 colors when I do my eyeshadow, and that's it. And so that nude, pinky, baby pinkish tan looking color is all I'm gonna do for that third color. And now I've moved on to doing my liquid eyeliner. And you see how I rest my wrist right on my chin to give my hand, it just helps your hand to have a steady motion when you're doing that eyeliner. You don't want to mess up the hard work that you just did on your eyeshadow. You just want to have a skinny line. To me, eyeliner, especially liquid eyeliner, it just gives a finished look to the eye. It just gives a finished look to the eye. I feel like I have an incomplete eye when I don't have my eyeliner on top of my eye. So just take your time. Help yourself by resting your wrist on your chin, and that will help you have a steady motion. When I do this, I look straight ahead, and I don't focus so much on the line. I just focus on the motion of moving my hand across the top of my lash line. And then you get the job done. And so now we're gonna move on to foundation, and I'm using Anastasia foundation. I forget what color this is, but we're just gonna work that into the skin. And it looks like I'm sweeping, but I'm also patting the foundation into my skin. Some of the times I do sweep by my eye because I don't want to pack the product underneath my eye because I'm gonna put concealer there. So I don't want to pack too much foundation under my eye. So you will see me do that little sweep motion under the eye. And that's about it. The rest of the way I'm really pressing it into my skin with the brush. And it's light motions, but it's fast motion. And then I'm also gonna go back with the same concealer that I've been using the whole time. And I'm going to highlight underneath my eyes, underneath my nose and my chin, my Cupid's bow, or whatever you call that space right there. And then I'm going to add my setting powder on top of that. And now I'm just gonna let the powders kind of sit, and I'm going to contour my cheekbones, my nose, and we're just gonna get the contour and the highlight set on the face. Now I'm moving on to blush, And I do smile when I apply my blush, because I like to. And makeup is an art, and so you can place your art wherever you want. So I know they always say there's rules to makeup, but makeup is about how you want to look. And to me, I like the way I do my makeup, so I'm gonna keep doing it the way I do it. And so I'm gonna move on to mascara, and I'm gonna be applying lashes, but before I apply my lashes, I always do my mascara. And then e.l.f. is like the top brand in my makeup kit. I love me some e.l.f. So I'm gonna use their eyeliner for my lower lash line, and then I'm gonna use my Carmex for my lips to moisturize my lips, and I'm gonna do a dark brown lip pencil to line my lips. And then from there, I'm going to be using this like pink fuchsia color, and it's really pretty. It goes on smooth. It's a lipstick. So I'm just gonna be putting that on to my lips. And then I'm gonna step back because, you know, I like wearing colors on my lips, but I don't always do it. But every now and again, I just pop a little color on there. So this is the color that I'm choosing for the night. And I think it came out cute. It goes cute with this like neutral nude smoky eye. So now I'm gonna go in and put my lashes on. And I just add a line of glue, and then I place it right on top. You see how I flip my wrist and drop it onto my lash line? And then I just take the tweezers and place it on the corners, because I like to start in the middle first. I place the middle down, and then I move to the corners. And so once I do that, I am gonna allow that to get a little tacky. By the time you push your glue and then you rub it on, it's gonna be tacky. So you can just start smushing the lash down. And then here I am covering my hair, because you see my hair is straight. We're not gonna mess that up. And then I'm going to use my setting spray all over my face to set my makeup in, because I'm finished. And so now I'm gonna change. I'm about to head out the door, but these are the same tape ends from my last video. I think this was the second time I had them installed. Yeah, this was the second time I had them installed. And so this was kind of like really, really fresh. I use my flexi rods when I sleep at night to roll them up. And so this is also Art of Pretty by Tony. I'll tag her in the description box below. The girl be hooking me up, okay? So it's just gorgeous. Like every time I have the tape ends in, I'm just like, you can't tell me nothing, baby. Not nothing, okay? And so I'm gonna comb these out, because I want it to kind of be full, so you can kind of separate them and pull them apart, but they kind of go right back together to how I rolled them. And then this is the back. So I'm gonna be brushing that out, and I just like to check how it's looking back there. I don't want none of my tape showing, and the way I roll my tapes is to conceal the tapes. I don't roll literally like the top of my head. I roll the bottom half of the hair. That way all my tapes will stay covered. But do you see the gorgeousness of these curls? Like, I don't put anything on it. I just put a little what do you call it? Sometimes I put a little mousse, but for the most part, if it's during the week, these things be in my head tucked up for the whole week, because at work I don't take them out. I just keep a scarf on my head, and I put a little, like, what do you call those things over, like a little nurse hat over top, and they stay rolled up. And so when I take them out, the curls are just the juiciest things, that they're just so full and voluptuous and just how you want curls to look. And so this is the final look. I just have blue jeans on. I'm gonna put a little like nude heel on, and then I'm gonna head out the door. Put your jewelry on, put your perfume on, all that good stuff, and then you can head out for the night. Any shine I see, I'm just gonna get rid of that before I go. And then after that, this is the final look. So I really think it came out cute. Sometimes I just try different stuff. I don't always do a pink lip or a neutral eye, but this was what I was trying to accomplish tonight. And I liked it. I hope you like it too. I hope you try it. So we're just gonna zoom in on the look. The eyeshadow is eyeshadowing and everything else is everything else. Bye.